Okay, so this is lesson 1 problem set number 3. The direction says, observe the familiar figures below, label some points on each figure. B says, use those points to label and name representations of each of the following in the table below. Array, a line segment, and an angle. Extend segments to show lines and rays. Okay, so first I'm going to look at the house. And I'm just going to label some. I'm going to label the top of the roof, I'm going to put Q. And then the corner here, I'm going to put R. I am going to put also P right here. P, Q, R, S, and T at the corners, okay? Now I can also take this point here and this point here and extend it and now I make a line on there, and I could also do for here on point P, I can extend it in one direction and make a ray. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to do for this one. Now on the flash drive, I got points here right at the corners of each one. I'm going to draw points. And I am just going to label them A, B, C, and D. So I'll label this one A, this one B, this one C, and that one D. Okay, I can extend and make from AB in both directions. And now I've made a ray, sorry, not a ray, I made a line. I'm actually gonna switch out to keep it in order. I'm gonna switch out and put C here and D there to make it easier for me. I can also create from A to C. If I extend it with the arrow in one direction, I've now made a ray. C and D, I can have a line segment. I think that's all I'm gonna do for the flash drive. On the compass, I'm gonna do my normal north, south, east, west. In the middle, I'm going to put an A. I'm going to put a B here, and I'm going to put an X there, okay? And I don't think I need to do anything else for my compass. Now, looking at all three, I can name on the house a ray. So if I look, I have TP is a ray. And I draw it, the arrow above the P. Array in the flash drive, AC is a ray. And I can look in the compass rose, A, E, because this is like an arrow. So A, E is a ray. Now let's look for each one for a line, okay? So remember, a line it goes infinite in both directions. So on the house, QR is my line. On the flash drive, AB is my line. And on the compass rose, north and south and S, because they have arrows, is my line. Now a line segment, remember a line segment has a definite starting point and end point. So let's look at the house. The only line segment here I see is TS or ST. Let's look at the flash drive. The only line segment I see here is B and D. Okay, and on the compass rose, I see the line segment as maybe AB. Actually, the B should be not on the arrow. It should be right here. So if I am making it from the middle to the end there, AB. I erased it right on the arrows. I put it in between. So it stops right at the circle. And the same with the X. Stops at the circle. Now, an angle. Let's look here. On the house, I could have the angle QR and T. I'm sorry, QP and T, or QRS, or PQR, whichever angle, I'm going to use PQR. Okay, on the flash drive, I could use B, D, and C. There's an angle right there. And lastly, on the compass rose, I could use B, A, and E, or I could use X, A, and S. Just as long as I have the angles. And that is the problem set for lesson 1.